Hey, I'm Margaret Odette, and I'm playing Jill.
And who is Jill?
Jill is a lawyer at a mega firm. She is someone who has spent her whole life really excelling, and every challenge that she's been met with, she's been able to overcome and achieve. So she's an overachiever, she's a go-getter, and it is exhausting for her at this point in her life. And she's come to a crossroads where she has to make a change. She has to do something different, and she's not sure what that is. And she's hoping that by coming to this convent and getting out of the world she knows, that answer will reveal itself to her.
In your life, have you felt like this?
Yeah. And I think
She sounds relatable.
She's incredibly relatable, and I think it's an experience that a lot of young, educated women in American society go through. You know, there's a lot of pressure from many different sources that say life should be one way, or you should want certain things, or if those things are happening for you, then you should be happy, and everything should be fine. And that's a lie, you know? Just because things on the surface are checking off a lot of boxes doesn't mean that inside, down deep, you feel checked off. I mean, life really, in the interior, is not about a bunch of boxes that you check off.
I think society would like to make us think that it's that.
Absolutely.
I don't think we find our happiness in that.
No, and you know, happiness is such an intangible life pursuit, and it can look like so many things. And I think when we try and be prescriptive about what happiness is when we find ourselves in a lot of trouble. And so that's literally the cycle that Jill experiences leading into this play, and these women help explode that narrative for her.
And where have we seen you before?
You've seen me on the 1, 2, and 3 train. That's my main train around New York City. Holler at me, catch me. I most recently just finished a production of Paradise Blue at the Longworth Theater in New Haven, Connecticut. Before that, I was doing a play over at Jack in Brooklyn called Sensucht. And I'm really excited to be back in New York City and working in this gorgeous theater space. It's just been such a gift, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys.
My name's Brittany, Anikka, and I'm playing Tina.
And who is Tina in the Covenant?
Tina is a bit of a lost soul, a little bit of a wanderer. She really loves Renaissance fairs, so that's why she has come to this convent. And I think she wasn't expecting what actually happens at the convent. She wasn't sure, what is actually going on, but she's totally down for all the exercise and everything. And she might seem like maybe a little distracted sometimes, but really she's a really good listener and is always there to help other people. She's a lot of fun. She's always there to help others.
And where have we seen you before?
Where have you seen me?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Last play I did was Period Sisters at the Here Art Center, and I just moved to New York about 2 years ago, so I'm here just exploring, and happy to be working this beautiful theater here with all these wonderful artists. So.
Hi, I'm Amy Berryman. I'm playing Birdie in the convent.
And who is Birdie?
Birdie is a very naive, innocent, some may say repressed young woman who she has quite the transformation throughout the show.
And what have you learned from doing this play?
Oh, I feel like this play speaks to me all the time. It's so much about the truth of your life kind of coming out. What is your real truth? And I've just hear Jesse's words echoed throughout my day. It's kind of permeating a lot of my life right now.
And where have we seen you before?
You've seen me at The Brick in Lunchtime, written and directed by Greg Codis last winter, and it's like a zany comedy. And also in the Humana Festival in Aaron Courtney's I Will Be Gone.
Soule, and I'm playing Patty in the convent.
And who is Patty?
Patty is an attendant to the retreat, though she's showing up with a fair amount of baggage, but I don't want to give anything away.
Ah, you're the complicated one in the play.
Maybe, yes.
And what would you like people to take away from this play?
Oh, I don't know that I want to prescribe it. I think there's a real wide range of things to be taken, and I think you should respond to it how you respond to it and take what you take. Yeah.
And where have we seen you before?
You've seen me all over. I've been here in New York for most of my life, and lately you will have just seen me in transfers at MCC and on Netflix in the show Godless, so those are probably the most recent.
My name is Wendy vanden Heuvel, and I'm playing the Mother Abbess.
Ah, so you've been in the convent for a while.
I have been in the convent for many, many years. It's my baby.
And what would you say your character is like?
My character is not your typical Mother Abbess, right? She's much more created an experimental convent for women to really confront themselves and to go through the socialized layers of themselves and to expose like their innermost secrets, their innermost desires. She is fierce. She is cutthroat. And she is broken. She comes with a past that's a secret. And I would say that she really cares about women deep down, about them connecting with that part, because that's something that she actually went through in her life. So that's.
So did she create this?
Yes.
To help herself as well as others?
I think so. Yeah, like most people who like create work, right, that is original, and I would say it's not your typical convent in the sense that it follows like an abbey, and like there is prayer, there are things of that nature. The forms are held on to, but she will blow up at people to get them to confront themselves. For me, the closest thing to it is almost like what I went through going to an acting class. So you're seeing people like unleash these things to get in touch with their vitality and their life force. And that, I think, is something that she nearly lost in her life. And it's her vitality and what she holds on to pass to others.
And where have we seen you before?
Where have you seen me before?
Mm-hmm.
I have worked at Signature Theater. I have worked with Rattlestick Playwrights Theater. I'm in a film coming up that's being released with Andrew Garfield in it called Under the Silver Lake. I was in a film called Burn Country, where I played James Franco's psychotic mother. And TV, I've done Law and Order, and
the New York staple.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Annabel Kappa, and I'm playing Dimlin.
And who is Dimlin?
Dimlin is a British heiress. She is an assistant almost to the Mother Abbess in the convent, and she has visited the convent quite a few times.
Do you find this character more like you, or what are you drawing from?
What am I drawing from for Dimlin? Some women that I know, actually, some women that I have encountered, I would say, in my time as a Brit, not only here, but around the world as well, in terms of how they are perceived, in terms of assumptions we sometimes make about Brits. She is a moneyed Brit, she is an heiress. So that has its own set of assumptions and expectations and limitations as well. I think it can be easy to write people off that have lots of money and we think they're having an easy time and that life is sweet, but not always.
Where have we seen you before?
The last show I did was... Am I looking in here, by the way, or looking at
Yes,
you?
you are.
Yeah, the last show that I did was Pygmalion with Bedlam down at the Sheen Centre. So that was the last show that I did.
My name is Lisa Ramirez, and I'm playing Wilma in the convent.
And who is Wilma?
Wilma is a nun who comes to the convent because she's actually questioning her Catholicism and her faith and her choices why she became a nun, what that really means. So she's come to try to figure out. At one point, I say, I thought if I could go back in time, there would be less noise, and that she would hear God again. And so it's about her journey into God or the goddess or who she really is at this point in her life.
And where have we seen you before?
I was recently in Good Grief at the Vineyard Theater and in Angels in America at Berkeley Rep. I was the angel. And Blanche Dubois at Ubuntu Theater Project in Oakland.
Perfect, thank you.